Hey everybody, it's Sam with Daily Sports Betting Overtime, and let's talk soccer. Let's get ready for all of tonight's games, this afternoon's games. Let's get ready for tomorrow's big betting day. So let's start off in the English Championships. Let's go English soccer, 245. You've got Birmingham City versus Huddersfield Town. And guys, I know a lot of you are not betting the English Championships. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you you're missing the boat here. Need to do a little research. Always you can listen to me, take what I have to say. Just understand that I don't like to bet draws. I feel like they're really hard to establish and to ascertain, so I don't bet them a lot. In the English Championships, you're looking usually plus money for both teams because there are so many draws, and the teams aren't as well known. It's a niche that you really can dominate putting a fair amount of time in, not an extensive amount of time like what the NFL or baseball requires. But if you put a fair amount of work in, you can make pretty good money. So today, 245, like I said, I'm going to take Birmingham City on the money line just to win the match at plus 160. And then I'm going to take the juice. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at minus 160. Now, the sporting event that is getting probably the most TV time as of kind of today and tomorrow is the English Premier League. And they have one game today. It is at 3 o'clock. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Arsenal. I'm taking Arsenal on the money line, minus 120. I'm going to go over the 2.5 goals at minus 105. I am going to tune in to this game, hopefully in the third period, possibly be looking to live bet, depending on what the score is, possibly middling and betting the under, or obviously betting the opposite side to do Crystal Palace if it looks like it may come through, or doubling up on Arsenal. The good thing about soccer tonight and tomorrow is it runs all day. Soccer started at 7:30 a.m. this morning, and it is going all the way up to the start time of 10:05 tonight in Mexican soccer. You guys, if you've been listening or reading theovertimenetwork.com, you guys can go there for your soccer bets. I have been betting Mexican soccer. We've been having pretty fair amount of wins there and collecting our money. There are days Mexican soccer is keeping me afloat in baseball and baseball props. But anyway, let's talk Mexican soccer. I butcher the names. I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody with the Mexican names, or I think it's the Germans that I also have problems with their names. So we've got Mazatlan FC going up against CD Guadalajara. Guys, I'm taking Guadalajara money line plus 145. Both these teams are plus money. They're banking on a draw being 1-1 today. I'm going to go ahead, take the under in for 2.5 goals at -177. I actually think this ends up being Guadalajara's win 1-0. So we're moving on to Italian soccer. Italian soccer, they had an 11:45 game and a noon game. Had you checked theovertimenetwork.com or became a patron on patreon.com/theovertimenetwork for $25, you get all of your soccer bets for the whole entire month. You would have gotten the 11:45 and noon games. Now at 3 o'clock, I'm taking Lease on the money line -160 over AS Centadella, and going over in that game 2.5 goals at -105, and then the 3:15 late game in Italian soccer, taking Sampdoria on the money line -220 over Reggio Calcado, and then I'm going over 2.5 at -110. German soccer, I'm only playing one match today, and that is the 2:30 one with Frankfurt taking on Bayern Munich. I'm taking Bayern Munich money line -235, and then going under 3.5 goals -105. We have French soccer going on at 3 o'clock with Lyon money line -280 over Ajaxico, over 2.5 goals at -150. Now, the game that I'm watching tonight, because I have really hit Major League Soccer, which is the American soccer, pretty hard. So the late game for Friday night that I'm going to be watching is Vancouver FC versus Houston. And I'm really wanting to see this Houston squad. Why? I've only seen them play, I think, twice this year. Haven't been able, when they've been on the Peacock Network, I have not been able to watch them, and they haven't been on as much as some of the other teams. I'm going tonight, the 10:30 game with Vancouver FC on the money line, plus 112. And then I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at -139. Now, for those of you who are new to Major League Soccer, want to caution you, a lot of Major League Soccer games are right on that 2 to 3 goal. You're going to see most of them be having over under of 2.5, almost always. It is usually pretty well placed. It's usually doesn't have a lot of juice. You are not going to see like an over 2.5 at -280, something like that. So it's pretty good money if you do your research, because there are certain teams in Major League Soccer that their defense seems to be a lot better than others, and you'll actually see some sites, if you shop around, doing over-unders at 1.5. There are other teams where you're going to see the over-under at 3.5. So I think Major League Soccer, MLS, is fun to bet, for the simple fact that it's a little bit more predictable, and it's a lot more fun in the way most teams, I would say all but three, probably, maybe four, but I think all but three can score all the time. They had a 5-4 game. I think it was yesterday or Wednesday, and it was fun as all get out. I mean, I know the soccer purists don't like it. They want a 1-0. But if I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch 22 people, basically run around a soccer field for over 90 minutes, 9 goals, watching 9 goals, fun time. So I'm going to encourage you guys to bet these. Now, tomorrow, which is what I'm getting ready for, 26 bets are going to go down in Major League Soccer. Just Major League Soccer. We're going to have 12 bets going down in the English Premier League and 12 bets going down in the English Championships. So between those three leagues, you can see we're making about 50 bets. Italy, Germany, France, and Mexico are all also playing soccer tomorrow. So gonna have, I don't know, probably 60 bets that we're going to be talking about later tonight. Going to give them to you early because I believe first game that we're betting on tomorrow, I believe, starts at 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 or 8 a.m. Somewhere around there, and going up to 10:30, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So really looking big soccer day for tomorrow. I look forward to definitely talking to you about it. However, this is what I'm betting on today. You guys don't have to bet all of these. You don't have to bet any of them. I'm going to be coming back with an episode really soon about tonight's baseball lineup and what baseball games that I'm going to be betting for tonight. It's your choice. Guys, I would encourage you, get into soccer. It's a niche sport where you can make some money. As always, if you feel like you have a problem or someone close to you feels like you may have a gambling problem, please stop. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Answer their questions as honestly as you possibly can so that they can make an appropriate referral to someone in your local area to give you the help, guidance, and support that you may need. Remember, you can always write me dailysportsbettingot@gmail.com. That's dailysportsbettingot@gmail.com. You'll see that in the show notes on this podcast page. You can always hit me up at Overtime Daily, on Twitter. You can also go to our Daily Sports Betting page on Facebook. And then, as always, the bets are listed on the OvertimeNetwork.com, theovertimenetwork.com, and you can always join us where you will get all of your bets as soon as they're made, sent to you, email with the Patreon page, www.patreon.com/The Overtime Network, $25 a month for our soccer bets. This fall, we're possibly looking to raise it. You want to get in on NFL this month, $25 a month for NFL. You've also, of course, got Major League Baseball, where we're doing $75 a month just for the amount of games. Or you can do a VIP subscription and get every sport, every bet for $125 a month. So it's a deal. We're going back to school, going back to football, and getting excited, and that's the reason why we're running these specials. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon, and hopefully seeing you down the road.